Wait, have you ever pushed code to GitHub? Jenkins was polling every minute, but your job didn't trigger. You double check the pipeline. Jenkins file is there. The log says polling SCM and still nothing happens. This is a real issue I faced, and I'll show you exactly what causes it, how to reproduce it in your home lab, and how to fix it under 60 seconds. If you are into real world DevOps debugging, hit like, share this with your team, and subscribe. I post realistic scenarios like this every week. Let me walk you through this setup. This is my setup wherein I am trying to Dockerize the whole Jenkins environment with the pipeline, job, configuration, everything is like automated. Here we are using a Jenkins.yaml file which is trying to configure credentials for us. For example, I'm using my username and password. In the password, we are using GitHub token. Followed by, we have a small job. This is a very simple job. The name of the job is like deploy docker tag failure. And I'm using the GitHub URL wherein my source code is like sitting. Credential is once again GitHub token. And I can see branches as like main, followed by script path Jenkins file. Here is the trigger configuration. So in theory, every minute Jenkins should check GitHub and run the job when it detects a change. Now let's do a simple change on a branch and let's see if the pipeline will trigger. I'm going to say checkout to a dev branch, and in this branch I'm going to update some simple file. So for example, I'm going to remove this from here. This is just for testing. So I'm going to save this file and let's try to push the changes. Update Docker file, commit and publish this branch. As soon as we push a change to the repository, we should see a pipeline getting triggered. I'm going to open this job. The last pipeline was like at 12:54. Let's look at the Git polling log, and I can see it started recently, and I also see there are, let's say, no changes, but we push some changes to our GitHub repository. It should have triggered that. And also I can see a small hidden message here saying reference head main. Let's dive deeper into our jenkins.yaml file. So this is my jenkins.yaml file which I already showed you. Here if we look at the configuration, I have branches as like main, but my changes which I did was like on the development branch, dev branch. That means as soon as we push changes, my changes are like still sitting in the dev branch. Once my changes are like on the main branch, I should be able to see those changes. So what we can do? So I can update this. Okay, this is one way of fixing this problem. Or you can also add it as star star. That means it will look for each and every branch, which is not recommended. We should have proper filters in place. If you want to look for multiple branches, then multi-branch pipeline is like the best way to go. For this video, I want to keep it as simple. I'm going to save these changes. I need to destroy my whole setup because I'm using configuration as code. Once again, I'm going to start this setup, start.sh. Let's jump back to our Jenkins server. Here I can see that pipeline got triggered and it was like successful. If I open console output, I can see the pipeline is like green. And also if you see echo running test step, finished, success. So this is my Jenkins file. So echo running test step. So let's try to add another dot here and let's try to save that file real quick and push another change. Update Jenkins file. It should trigger a new change for us because we did some changes in our pipeline. So let's go back to our pipeline. Currently I have one. It should trigger a second one. Now if you see, the pipeline got triggered. So it's like pending. And also it is like success. So this is how you update the branch and also look for a particular branch whether your pipeline is like running correctly or not. Let's talk about the recap of today's fixes. First, we did updated the branches, fixed the branches. We used */dev as our active branch instead of main branch. Okay. Also, use of star wildcard filter to run all branches, which is not recommended. Okay. Best approach is multi-branch pipeline. Real world scenario recap. Let's recap what happened. Jenkins polls Git every minute. Job is set to track main branch. Our commit changed it to track dev branch. Jenkins does nothing. You waste hours wondering why the job was not running. All of it fixed by one simple change, moving from main branch to dev. I hope this helped you catch one of those sneaky Jenkins error. If you like this hands-on debugging, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also share this with your friend who will be working with Jenkins in his next project. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.